Hi everybody, it's Jennifer Labre and I'm here with a brand new card today. We're promoting the Wishing You Well stamp set this week. This is our product of the week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, every week I kind of highlight a new product on my blog and on my Facebook page, just something to kind of bring awareness to that set, and then we feature that product all week long. So this week's product of the week is Wishing You Well. I think it's a beautiful stamp set, very versatile, and I'm looking forward to using it. This is the card that we're going to be making, although I think we're going to go a little bit of off-roading. I think I want to change it up just a little bit. We'll see how that goes. But in any case, this is the card. We're also going to be using the Buffalo Check stamp set, or stamp. There's only one. I really am a sucker for plaids or anything like this, so the Buffalo Check is a beautiful stamp, background stamp that you can use with a lot of different stamp sets that you already own. And this can be found, both of these can be found in the holiday catalog. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is grab half a sheet of crumb cake. I've already cut it in half and scored it at 5.5. So we're ready with our card base. Next thing we're going to do is grab another sheet of crumb cake. This is 5.5 by 4.25. So it's going to fit the exact background of the card base, and we're going to stamp with our Buffalo Check stamp on this background. So to do this, we're going to use our Stamparatus. I've also got a sheet of the grid paper in here. I have not used this yet, but I thought it would be a good time to use it for this stamp. Well, let's just get this lined up here so I know where it is. Can't use our magnets on here or on the cardstock because the stamp takes over the whole area of the cardstock, so it wouldn't stamp where the magnets are. So right now they're just holding down my grid paper for me. So we'll get our Buffalo Check stamp out and just line it up there. Grab it with our Stamparatus. Okay, make sure that's still lined up. That looks good. The colors I'm using today are going to be Real Red, Tranquil Tide, and Sahara Sand. I don't have crumb cake, or I probably would use crumb cake. Closest thing I've got is Sahara Sand, but really you could use any color you want with these. So for this, we're going to use the Tranquil Tide. If I can get it open. I don't know about you, but I'm still having problems opening and closing my new ink pads. Hopefully they get easier the more we use them. Okay, let's get this. There we go. Make sure to give it nice even pressure all over. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to do it one more time though, because there's some little spots there that didn't quite pick up the ink. But I like the vintage kind of rustic look, so I don't mind that it's not a perfect impression. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Actually, I'll leave that open for right now. I'm going to use my Simply Chamois to clean off my stamp. There we go. Again, I really love the Buffalo Check background stamp. I think you can use this in a variety of different ways. Okay, we'll set this to the side for right now, and we're going to take a small sheet of Very Vanilla. This is going to be 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and for this, see, this is why I use the grid paper, so 2. because you get the ink on the background. But in any case, we're going to use the magnets for this to hold this in place while we do some stamping. And we're going to be using this stamped image here. And we want it towards the top. Okay. And for this, we're going to use the Sahara sand. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll clean that off. Now this is where I'm going to go a little bit off-roading. I want to change the colors up a little bit. If you notice on my original, I don't have any flowers. I think I'm going to do some flowers in red and then do a Tranquil Tide bow in, Tranquil Tide in the bow. And then we're going to do this in the real red as well. So we're going to just change it up just a little bit to see how that looks and see what we like better. So let's get our stamp ready. And really for this we can use the blocks. So I got my real red. Okay, inked up. There we go. And we'll grab the bow. In our Tranquil Tide. There we go. And then finally our sentiment. And again, I think I'm going to do that in the red, so it stands out a little bit. There we go. Clean that off. Okay, that looks really nice. I don't know what these dots are in the bow, but they don't bother me. I know some people get them and other people don't. So hopefully if you have them, they don't bother you. Okay, now we're going to take a sheet of Tranquil Tide, and this is 4 1/4 by 3 inches, and we're going to use our snail just to go on the back of that. Line it up. Okay, we'll put our background on the card base. Line that up. That looks good. I'll put this on the front. There we go. And there is the front of our card. So you can see it's got a little bit of a different look to our original. I don't know, which one do you like better? I kind of am leaning towards this one. But they're both very nice, and I'm sure whoever receives them would love them just as much. So there you have our card. That's our tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to check out my blog at jenniferlabre.com for all the products that I used, as well as other information I've got going on. And as always, if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can, including sending you out a catalog. Feel free to contact me again at jenniferlabre.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.